You know, on most calendars, August 22nd is, well, it's really just another late summer day. Maybe you're trying to squeeze in one final vacation, or you're gearing up for the school year to start. But in the world of mathematics, it is absolutely one of the most incredible, serendipitous dates in history. Seriously, here is why. On this exact date, spread across completely different centuries and different countries, a handful of brilliant minds independently unlocked secrets that fundamentally change the world we live in today.
So in this explainer, we're going on a bit of a fast-paced time travel journey. We are going to jump across entirely different eras to meet 4 incredible people. Now, they never met each other, obviously, but they are all invisibly connected by this one single date on the calendar and by the monumental mathematical breakthroughs they left behind.
Let's start with something you probably literally did right before tuning in. Have you ever stopped to wonder how your phone predicts tomorrow's rain with such pinpoint accuracy? Or how massive tech companies process billions of data points? We're talking everything from millions of weather sensors to insanely complex user algorithms sorting through terabytes of information before you even wake up.
Well, behind every single app predicting your day and every search engine making sense of the internet, there is a genius who laid the theoretical groundwork decades ago. The answer to our modern data miracle goes back to August 22, 2023, and a pioneering mind named Kalyampudi Radhakrishna Rao. He was an absolute titan of a statistician who actually passed away on this exact day, leaving behind a legacy that literally shapes our modern world.
To put it simply, his pioneering work in statistics is the invisible engine powering our daily lives. Now, you might see terms associated with his work like the Kramer-Rowe inequality. If that sounds super complicated, don't worry. Just think of it like a mathematical limit, an absolute floor. It essentially tells a computer the best-case scenario for exactly how accurate its predictions can be when it's sifting through messy, chaotic, real-world data. By understanding that absolute mathematical limit, engineers can build algorithms that get as close to perfection as possible. Because of his math, our modern systems can actually extract real meaning out of all the noise.
Rao basically proved a fundamental truth about our digital age. As he demonstrated so perfectly, everything from predicting tomorrow's rain to managing big data relies on the hidden patterns of statistics. His brilliant legacy is quietly calculating away right now, right inside your pocket.
But hey, Ramanuja isn't the only genius tied to this date. Let's actually leave the digital age of 2023 and jump way back, almost a full century, to 1931. The world looked very different, obviously, but the math being explored was just as revolutionary. Think about the last time you bought something online. It probably showed up at your door in, 2 days? Maybe even the exact same day. With millions of boxes moving around the globe on any given Tuesday, how is that level of coordination physically possible without the whole system just totally collapsing into gridlocked chaos?
That entire global choreography of cardboard, cargo planes, and delivery trucks traces straight back to a man born on this exact day in 1931, Alan Mercer. Now, Mercer wasn't out there driving the trucks. Instead, he mastered the incredibly complex mathematical science of operational research.
Mercer totally revolutionized the logistics industry by solving what are called queuing problems. So what's a queuing problem? Basically, Mercer used math to figure out exactly how long delivery trucks should wait in line, how fast automated sorting belts should move, and how to mathematically spot and eliminate warehouse bottlenecks before they ever happen in the real world. Instead of just guessing and using trial and error to see what works, he created models that proved the absolute most efficient way to route literally anything from point A to point B. Every single time you track a lightning-fast delivery to your front door, you are relying directly on his brilliant mathematical blueprints.
Mercer taught the global logistics industry that the secret to moving 1 million packages a day really boils down to just one thing: the mathematical science of extreme efficiency. He took the total chaos of global shipping and turned it into this beautifully optimized equation.
All right, so from 1931, our August 22nd timeline pulls us forward again. This time, we're landing right at the dawn of the personal computing era in 1975, and our next mathematical detective story is going to take us deep inside the machine.
Every single time you tap a screen, your device makes millions of microscopic decisions. It inherently knows what's true and what's false in order to execute your commands. But really think about that for a second. How do you actually teach a piece of metal, silicon, and glass the abstract concept of truth?
For that mind-bending feat, we have to thank Andrzej Mostowski. He was a brilliant Polish mathematician who took his final bow on, yep, you guessed it, August 22, 1975.
Mostowski literally spent his life diving into the very foundations of logic itself. He tackled these things known as undecidable propositions, which are basically these incredibly complex mathematical questions that can't be proven definitively true or false using standard established rules. By aggressively mapping out these logical boundaries and figuring out exactly what mathematical systems can and cannot decide, he helped build the absolute true or false backbone that every modern computer programmer relies on today. His theoretical exploration of logic is literally the invisible foundation of your smartphone's operating system.
Because of Mostowski's deep theoretical work, we now know that every piece of software you use is built on the absolute logic of true or false. Without his math, the modern digital language as we know it simply wouldn't function at all.
Okay, so we've seen how this one day shaped data, logistics, and computing. Now, for our final jump, we are rewinding the clock way, way back, far beyond the digital age, straight into the 18th century. But we're still anchored to August 22nd.
Let's look up at the stars for our final story. When a massive comet streaks across the night sky, how do we know with absolute certainty that it isn't on a collision course with Earth? I mean, today we have satellites and deep space networks, sure, but how did humanity first conquer that fear of the cosmos?
Well, our peace of mind comes courtesy of a pioneering French astronomer named Achille-Pierre Dionis du Séjour, and he passed away on August 22, 1794. Back in the 18th century, people were legitimately terrified of comets. They viewed them as these completely unpredictable harbingers of doom. But du Séjour changed that forever. He used grueling, literal, by-hand calculations, incredibly complex analytical math to track planetary orbits and comet trajectories. By mathematically untangling these wild paths, he conclusively proved the extremely low probability of a comet ever colliding with Earth. He basically used math to cancel the apocalypse. He assured humanity of our safety by proving that the heavens were actually highly predictable.
He fundamentally shifted our entire view of the universe. He proved that even the wild, totally chaotic paths of comets and planets are tied together by strict mathematical rules. Math literally brings order to the cosmos itself.
Just take a moment to think about the incredible journey we've taken in this explainer. From du Séjour mapping the stars all the way back in 1794, to Mercer optimizing supply chains in 1931, to Mostowski defining computer logic in 1975, and Rao taming big data right up until 2023. 4 totally brilliant minds, bound across the centuries by this single date, August 22nd.
Every single person we met today was basically asking the exact same profound question. What is the pattern hiding inside the chaos? And because they asked that, our world today has big data, lightning-fast deliveries, software logic, and a true understanding of our place in the cosmos. They all used math to find the hidden order in our universe. Which kind of makes you wonder, as we look toward the future, what incredible breakthrough is waiting to be discovered on the next August 22nd?